from Sweet Art Factory, and today I'm going to show you how to make a rose on a chopstick. It's so simple, you're just going to be blown away. I'll see you right back. Before we get started, I wanted to show you the supplies that you're going to need to decorate the roses. You can access my website just going on your computer, going to www.sweetartfactory.com, and there you'll find all of the supplies and you'll be able to get those in just a few days to get started. The things that I want to show you today is the ingredients that we're going to use. One is that I'm using decorator frosting, which if you go to our website, go to recipes, then to frosting, there's a frosting called WonderCream frosting. It's only 3 ingredients. It makes this great decorator frosting that you can use to decorate your cake and then also make the frosting that you're going to make your roses and your leaves. The 3 colors that I'm using today are right here. I have the leaf green, which is going to create our leaves. I've got the soft pink, because I'm going to do a pink rose today. And then I use the bright white because I like to get my icing really bright white first, and then I add the other colors. Also, you're going to need 2 tips. One is the 104 tip, which we sell on our website. It's called a rose tip. And then the other one is the 352 tip, which is also the leaf tip. And then of course you're going to need your decorator bags. These are the disposable decorator bags that we sell on our website. They're so great because after you're done, you could just actually put them in the refrigerator and they'll last for weeks upon months actually with the frosting in there so you can decorate again. Now what I did was I went ahead and put the leaf green frosting that I just added some leaf green to my white frosting and then added my leaf tip. I did the same thing for our soft white with the rose tip, but I wanted to show you that I like to use rubber bands. I take a rubber band and I just go around the bags because that way the frosting's not going to go the other direction when you actually make your rose. I don't fill the frosting all the way to the top because then you're kind of working against yourself with all that frosting to push down to that small tip. Now also you need a chopstick. I know the traditional way is to do it on a rose nail and all of that, but this is a way that I figured out how to make a rose on a chopstick, and you can just pick them up at your Chinese food restaurant or in the grocery store. So this is what you need to do. So on a rose tip, there's the fat end, which is the wide end, and then there's a thinner end at the top. You want the fat end to be at the bottom of the rose tip. The thin end is actually what makes the top of the petal. Now you have to kind of get used to rolling the chopstick with your fingers like this. And what you're going to do, the first thing is just go around as you twirl it with your fingers and make the small little rosebud at the top. Then with thinking of like an upside down U or like a rainbow, you're going to let the thick end touch the frosting that you just made and just make one little loop like that. And then you're going to do another, and then the third one. And that becomes your first small little part of your rose. Then you can start making it as big as you want. I'm going to do 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger by going 1, 2, turning the tip a little bit to get underneath there. Then if I'm going to stick it on top of a cake, I'm going to just put a little bit of a dauble. I'm going to take a small scissors like this. I'm going to pull up like this, twist, and pull out. And there you have your beautiful rose made with the chopstick. Now once you've made your rose, you can make lots of roses, but just for time's sake today, I just want to show you how to create a small little rosebud. You just press in and down, press up and down, press up and down. These just make small little rosebuds. Now you can make a thicker rosebud by just going over the top and then over again, over the top, over again, over the top, over again, and making it the thick part of the tip at the bottom part. Now using my leaf tip, there's like a little bit of a V in the tip. You want to poke the pointy part actually underneath and pull out. Push in, pull out, push in, pull out. And then you try to shake your hand a little bit and it actually makes the little striations. And then you can just do these baby little See how simple that was? And then with the leftover frosting, you can actually make swirls with your rose tip, which makes a real pretty design. You just put the fat end in the back and the thin end flags out. And I'm just doing kind of a wide U using my turntable. See how simple this is? And then I can actually do a few more rosebuds. Just going around the cake every other two. And then, using my leaf tip again, I'm just going to do small little doubles. The nice thing is that I can actually have a little room to write a little message at the top. I can decorate the bottom. But see how simple it is to make a rose using a chopstick. Never thought you'd think you could do that. See you next time.